What's up, Watchers? Magnus here, and we are finally back. My cold is getting better, so yeah. We're reading some The Extras Academy Survival Guide, episode 62, so let's freaking go. A memory from the young girl's childhood bloomed forth like spring. As with all old memories, it was quite faded. Still, she could recount each moment as she thought back on them. The three siblings had held hands during their outing to the Blooming Hills. Arvin, Tanya, and perhaps that was their last memory together. After that, Tanya's life had always been weighed down by heavy responsibility and pressure. But now she remembered that she had once been happy. Withdraw! Withdraw! But murderer! Withdraw! 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 How did it ever come to this? Whether or not to help Tanya during her time of need, it's a matter of changing the storyline with my own hands. So I couldn't help but hesitate. This was because, even among the things that had gone differently already, there were a few I couldn't trace back to any particular reason. Sub boots in socks. See another time then. Ooh. Fine. Now then. Give me your best shot. Siggs Eifelstein. In the game, he is one of Taylor's closest comrades, who fights alongside him till the end, and is currently the strongest second year student aside from Lucy. But due to fatigue and a mismatch of attributes, he was supposed to have been defeated by Wade, according to the storyline. Here I go! Single slash. It seems like a minor detail, but I can't help but be curious. I need to check for myself. Not just how strong Siggs is now, but how strong you are, but how much stronger I have grown. Beginner magic shield blocks magic attacks. Excellent. Since I'm the most removed from the storyline. I mean, you're not even supposed to be in the storyline anymore, right? You're just supposed to be like dead. He's fast. How could he move at this speed? But now that he's so close. What, you can see weaknesses? You won't be able to dodge this. Huh? You stepped right into my trap card, mug. What? How the fuck? Oh, you gotta be shitting me. What was that strange movement just now? Is he floating midair? Like, what the? You just teleport? No way. Telekinesis magic. Uses magic to move an object. Is he actually moving his body around with telekinesis while fighting at the same time? As much as he might be acutely aware of his own physical and magical abilities, this isn't something just anyone can replicate. It's a trick that requires combat instinct above knowledge of theory. Damn. Intermediate magic. Ice Spare. It's not going easy on me at all. Does he expect me to dodge without issue? Guess I am managing though. This is obviously just distraction. A setup for a powerful spell. He's buying himself time to cast it. I thought this was just a light sparring session. I thought so too at first. I was only going to use this sword. But it looks like I'll have to go all out against you. High level magic, high level mana, armament. The best practice is a real battle, right? How about no? Oh shit. So I'm basically fighting the next best student. Oh. Ed. I wonder if he's fine with me adding carrots to the curry. I hope he doesn't dislike them. She's like, what the hell? I need to hurry up and finish this since they'll be hungry after they're done sparring. Wait, did she not even react to the, like, the explosion? Does that seem like it's normal sparring match to you? And I got like, god damn it. Ah! Yo. Are those wounds on him? Like, god damn. It's like he's been burnt. Water arrow. I learned that from Rio. What? An armament uses the caster's mana as a shield. Most mages don't have much use for applying this magic in various ways. So they don't bother to cast such a difficult high-level spell. So, this is essentially a unique type of magic used only by Sigs. The only mage would be able to use nearly any kind of weapon freely. He used telekinesis again! Not only can I not keep up with him this way, I can't even predict his movement. Yeah, you gotta hurry, dude. Storm's Blessing. Blows away an opponent with wind magic when an unexpected attack is about to hit. Yo, you're getting saved. It's not the way you want to be saved though, like that's just like a cheat code. Now use this against him, use this moment. He's off balance. When did... Special skill, manifestation of a water source. Oh shit, and now we can just like make spears all over. Couldn't you just kill him now? Although we don't want to kill our friend. Oh, that's... Ooh. Damn. Damn. Huh? Don't forget me. Shit. Point explosion. Intermediate magic. Explosion! Come on. Sigs is incredibly strong. But what, he's not smart enough? If he can cast Mana Armament now, he's gotten at least as strong as the storyline requires him to be at this point. Thanks to him, Taylor and his friends won't have any trouble with... Huh? You really are amazing. That wasn't even enough to beat you? God damn. Okay. I should never underestimate you, Ed. I'll get serious now. Whoa. You weren't serious before? Oh shit. High level mana armament convergence. Yeah, same back right at you. I'll also get serious. I'll up it like 0.1%. Damn it. Lucky. We are at the start of the third act now. The power that Siggs displayed during this practice fight was what I consider to be peak power level by the end of the game. which is why I didn't expect to see him in this form so soon. In Act 4, Chapter 7 of Sylvinia's failed Swordmaster, during the invasion of Gregor Cathedral, Stegis shows off his final combat form. Unlimited Blades works. Spear from nature. Instead of engaging in half-baked psychological warfare, the best way to defeat someone like you is what, with raw power? Is by overwhelming them with superior firepower. Yeah, pretty much. So what now, Ed? Yeah, we need to go all out. Call all the spirits. Ah, they're fast. I run out of magic power. Point explosion isn't very efficient, but I had no choice. The problem now is his second attack. Wait, you don't have any mana? Shouldn't you just like, hey, it's you win? I thought you ran out of mana. Magic engineering tool, shock enhance wave ball. Okay. If you're using your magic tools at this point, must mean you've run out of magic power. This is it then. That would be a genius move to make him think you've run out of magic power. To give you an opening. Make it look like you're exhausted. And in a final attempt to block one of his attacks, you use a magic tool. It's like, yeah, got you now. No, you don't. What? I still had a little bit left in the tank. What's this? Wind magic. Oh shit. Is he doing what I think? Or is he just using the spirits? Nah, he needs mana for that as well, right? How is he doing this without magic power? Since you're going all out on me, I have no choice but retaliating kind. Legendary rank magic tool. Glass golden phoenix ring. I can't lose my ability to use magic for too long like last time. I'll use the least amount of magic power as possible. Just enough to summon her. Finally. You. You didn't use a substitute, alter, Lucy, or Yennekar's magic. You managed to summon me yourself. That's quite an improvement, Ed. Marilda. Okay. That's quite an improvement indeed. And that's it. Wow! So what if there are 4 candidates running for student council president? It's obvious who's going to win. The results of this election are obvious. The next president has to be Lortal. Oh, he's like, you can see how sincere she is. Besides, someone competent enough to run a big company would be a wonderful student council president. I mean, you can't really argue against that, to be honest. Miss Lortal. What if she's actually elected as student council president? If that's the case, no one at Sylvania Academy will be able to stop her. Lortal! Oh my. Your nails look nice today, Tanya. What's wrong? You seem nervous. I didn't kill my brother. Oh? Hello, everyone. My name is Tanya Rotz-Taylor, and I'm running for student council president. That's it. The reason I'm standing here today is because I did not kill my brother. Look at her. She's acting like she's done nothing wrong at all. She's totally unfazed. Is it because she's determined to prove her innocence? Or because she actually has a knack for politics? Still, it's already been 10 minutes since she started her speech. And no one is reacting to it at all. That's all I have to say. Yo, you crying now? God damn, that's not how you win. I thank you for listening to... Murderer! Murderer! Explain what's going on with your murder charge. Yo, they say it had something to do with internal conflict among members of House Rhodes Taylor. Do you still deny that? The information in the student newsletter alone. Are you really not going to say anything about your murder charge? Thank you for listening to... Yo, are those rocks? God, hey. My speech. Water bottles. Stop laughing, you're making me laugh too. Lortel, this is like when you help Ed's sister, right? It was admittedly a reckless thing to do. Maybe it was foolish to even set foot on this stage with everything going on. I should run away. I need to get away. Where's Penya going to save her? Ah! What's going on? That's... Edge. Wait, isn't Edge supposed to be dead? Why is he back? He's like, oh well, I beat Taily somehow. No wait, no, not Taily. God damn. Just when a memory fades, and you begin to doubt that it was ever anything more than a dream. Just when you give up on trying to remember it. There are moments when such memories suddenly return to you, more vividly than ever. And once they do, no one would be able to forget that moment of clarity. I know I have a lot to explain, but I'm back. But let's take care of the situation at hand first. As you can see, she didn't murder me. Evidence 1. I'm right here. A few days before Ed appeared in public. Oh. That's quite an improvement, Ed. It's quite an improvement, Ed. Marilda. You don't have to use as much magic this way, right? This form does come with many limits, of course, but that's alright. Updraft. Raises everything in the vicinity up into the air and prevents targets from moving. Ah! Yeah, just send him flying. How strange. This doesn't feel like your win though, to be honest. Let's say that Siggs has gotten as strong as he can be at this point in the storyline. Right now, I've used up all of my magic. Even if I may not have pulled in much from the future. As efficient as this form is, I didn't want to take it on. Why? I've also used up any magic tools and methods to help me. My mouth is so small that it's hard to talk, and I don't have enough fur on this body to keep me warm. Without a tail, it's much harder to keep my balance too. With Marilda, the ace up my sleeve in play as well. Wait. I should be able to win. When did you... It's too hard to move in this body. I can't. Dodge! And yet... What? You wanna lose? I lose. Thank you for that lesson. You could have beaten him, right? Wasn't that what you just said? I can't believe you've gotten this strong in just a year. Tiggs has managed to get stronger than he should be able to at this point. But I've surpassed almost everyone. My calculations were wrong, but why? You got much stronger too. I would have continued to train even without you, Ed. But watching you grow stronger as you survived in the forest was really inspiring. Hey. I've always tried to control the situation based on what I know of the storyline. That's because I want to make sure my information of the future is still accurate, of course. But the changes have helped more than they have ruined, right? But also because there are necessary milestones to get through in order for Taylor to win the final battle. I always thought that the true ending storyline was the best way to achieve that. I mean, you're wrong, because you can become way more powerful than Taylor, right? Or you can make Sig's way more powerful than Taylor. But now that the storyline has changed so much. There were numerous times I had to step into course correct. Because of this, it's also true that I'm scared of unpredictable variables that might mess things up. So Vivian. Which is why, even after hearing that Kodak and Nox had escaped, I find myself hesitant to step in and save Tanya. Well, doing so would mean changing the storyline. Completely warping the storyline in a way I can no longer control. But let's consider the factors around me. You've already changed the storyline quite a bit though. Sig, who will be one of Taylor's companions fighting alongside him in the final battle, has gotten much stronger. I myself have grown much more powerful as well, so I can step in if necessary. Good work. And I've definitely gained more trusty allies. Maybe naive of me to think this, but I think I've done a better job. This might not be so bad. Straying from the storyline doesn't always mean that things will go badly, right? What is that? Everyone, please calm down. I've seen that high-ranking spirit before. It's just Maril. Wait, you're right. I thought there were barely any people who can summon it, though. I took elemental magic classes with him, so I know who that is. It's Ed Rotz Taylor. He's alive! Hello, everyone. I am Ed Rotz Taylor. I was never murdered by my sister Tanya, and I'm more supportive of her efforts than anyone. Yenneker, the top third-year student. Lucy, the top second-year student. And Princess Penya, who already announced her support of Tanya. The top combat student Clevius, the top alchemy student Elvira. As well as Sig is the second year. The top first year magic student Joseph. And the top overall first year Wade. It won't be difficult to persuade them all and get their votes. Yeah, but like, why are you betraying Ortel though? But before all of that, I hope that it's clear how much I support Tanya and her vision as her brother. I feel so much better now. I mean, yeah, but like, didn't you just screw over Lortel? Am I the only one thinking that? Like, come on. So, you were stabbed by a dagger enchanted with an engraving of deadly poison, but survived by using Delheim's hourglass. After that, you were stranded in a cave under the cliff for a while, until Yenneker, Pale Rover, found and rescued you. Pretty much. As soon as you were rescued, you rushed to where Tanya Rotz Taylor was making her speech, and announced your support of her. That doesn't make any sense. Like, days have gone by. How would he have lived? Yes. Well, your questioning is almost over. This is the last of it, I assure you. Damn, how many questions have you got? Look how tired he is. Counting once the number of questionings surpassed 2 digits. I'm so sick of this. He says this is the end. But I don't believe him. Third-year magic student Ed Taylor. Welcome. Headmaster Obel Forsyth. Okay. Okay. What you want? What you want from me? Huh? What you want from me? What have I done? I've read the reports. You seem to have gone through a lot. To think that you had to suffer through such injustice. I apologize for the failings of our academy security. It's alright. The culprits have been planning this out meticulously. It would have been difficult to prevent it with general security measures. I appreciate you saying that, but... well, in reality, this all seems very contrived. Judging by the timing, it appears as though they waited for Kadek and Nox to escape. And did not come out of hiding until they had a chance to report their success. Yeah, okay, this is what I'm saying, like, your story does make sense. The one who ordered them to kill you. I have no knowledge of the inner workings and conflicts of House Taylor and such nobles. I do not intend to pry either. However, my job is to take care of this academy, and I must report whatever occurs on this campus to the palace. If I were to report your survival, House Taylor, one of the main pillars of the Imperial Palace, will find out that you are alive. This may be contrary to your intentions. Could you possibly delay your report for a while? Just give me a little... Huh? Are you able to take responsibility for any risks that could incur? Which is what? As you may have suspected, the one who ordered me dead was my father, Krappen Taylor, the head of the family and the true power of the Imperial Court. I have no interest in anything unrelated to the Academy. Damn! House Taylor, the backbone of the Imperial Court, will want the situation to be swept under the rug without anyone hearing about it. If this becomes a problem later, you can report it then. What risk will that possibly... Ed Taylor. It seems that your grades have been rising sharply, and that your reputation among the other students has been improving at a surprising rate as well. Your sister Tanya Taylor has a promising future too. And you also seem to be quite popular among the top students of the academy. It's as if you've become an entirely different person. As I said before, Sylvania is always on the side of its students. Especially when it comes to capable students like you. Hey, I'll be seeing you again. I shall remember your name. Obel, the headmaster, seemed to have figured out the whole situation. But he turned a blind eye to it, and thanks that no one outside of the academy would find out that I survived for the time being. Miss Tanya's business hours are over today. Stop trying to bother her and leave, please. She also does not accept bribes. I wonder if I need to intervene. She's a saint, isn't she? I've been waiting for you. I was shocked to hear that you had been summoned by the headmaster himself, Ed. I heard about how the election is going. You've almost got it in the bag, huh? Congratulations. Your day has finally come. I can't let my guard down just yet. I still don't know why you want her as a president. Tanya's innocence was proven that day. 8 out of the 12 top students spanning over 4 years and 3 departments. In other words, the majority voiced their support for Tanya Taylor. But the most decisive reason that Tanya was able to gain so many votes, all of a sudden, despite her earlier disfavor, Ed, was because of Lortel's downfall. Lortel persistently pushed the election into a one-on-one contest between herself and Tanya. Because of this, everyone forgot about the other candidates, establishing a two-way race between the two. And just when Tanya and Lortel's approval ratings began to even out, a certain article was published. It was about Lortel embezzling company funds and bullying her business partners. Who did that? She doesn't do that. In the end, she resigned in disgrace. And as a result, only Tanya's supporters remained. We haven't been able to talk at all since I was busy with the election, and you were always getting in for questioning. I know we'll have lots of opportunities to talk from now on, but I really wanted to thank you first. You thanked me enough back then, didn't you? Thank you, Ed returned. No, that doesn't count. By the way, Ed, I know this is a bit shameless of me to ask, so I was going to stop myself, but I really want to know the answer anyway. So I could ask you a question. So are you asking if you could ask a question? When I was making my speech, you went so far as to come out of hiding to support me. If it was better for you to stay in hiding, you really didn't have to step up to help me, right? It's almost as if you couldn't stand injustice I was facing. Or something like that. Yeah, something like that. Right. Yes, that's why I stepped in. We're family. Of course I was going to support you. Well, that I'm going to be the student council president, I'll have to be objective, but I just wanted you to know that I might still be a little biased. I'm only human after all. If you're ever in trouble, please tell me. I'll help you in any way I can. I wonder how Lortel is going to react to this betrayal, or does she kind of know about it? Like, what? We're family. Of course I was going to support you. Family, huh? How nice. Yeah, there's Lortel. How long have you been listening? So if we were family, you would support me too, right? What? We're not family. Not yet, anyway. Ever since you started being so cliche with Tanya. There are all kinds of rumors going around about you. Are you doing alright? Of course. It's all going according to plan. Yeah, of course. Like it makes sense. I didn't really see Lortel losing that badly, and I also didn't see Ed betraying her like that, so this makes more sense. Tanya's election was decided by a scandal regarding embezzlement of company funds and abuse of business partners. Yo, did she make that herself? She did it herself. Lortel was the one who published this news on purpose, yeah. Turning the election into a two-way race, so that the other candidates would be forgotten was all part of the plan too, yeah. To make Tanya win. The reason Lortel had gone to see Princess Penya and revealed that she was hostile toward Tanya was done to ensure that Tanya would be pressured into running for the election, as the two of them felt very guilty about my death. It was obvious that they would be on my side in order to pay their imagined debts once I returned. And I think I might make a lot of enemies, but even if the whole academy turns against me, I hope that you, Ed, stay on my side. I'd already decided to go to Tanya's rescue when Lortel told me about her plan. Oh. This is a lot different than what she said. My sparring match against Sig has only helped me get rid of any hesitation I still had left. I wasn't lying when I said I helped her because she was family. But it would be a lie to say that I didn't keep in mind just how useful Tanya would be in the future. The upcoming fourth act of the game is a battle against House Rhodes Taylor. You manipulative son of and I'm already their enemy. As part of House Rhodes Taylor. Tanya would be the perfect ally for the purposes of smokescreen strategies and information gathering, with the dark side of such connections. doesn't need to be known by anyone but a select few. For example, Lortel. People like Lortel, who grew up surrounded by connections of self-interest. I'm pretty notorious among the students these days. And since Tanya doesn't seem to be warming up to me either, I'll have to turn to you for a while, Ed. You seem to have a bad habit of trying to control and intimidate everyone around you, Lortel. Oh my, it's just a habit. Same thing has been done to me, you know? Are you sure you're alright? Rumors don't lose me any money, so I'm fine. I am more of a villain by nature anyway. Damn. As long as you're not my enemy, I'm happy. There are hidden aspects to human relationships. Intentions are thus hard to determine at times. And so the storyline entered a new phase. Oh shit, does she see that? As Princess Pena did not become the student council president, her future was now unclear. How the power struggle between the imperial faction and House Rhodes Taylor would play out was also shrouded in fog. On top of that, I would still have to wait and see what would become of the rest of Act 3. It's been nearly a month, huh? Man, I really missed this place. Was Lucy gonna be there? Of course, there was plenty to do in the meantime. I needed to clear up the fire pit of my camp, as well as tidy the inside of. Uh-huh. Yep, Lucy. Huh? Lucy, that's my bed. God damn it. God damn it, Lucy. I'll just sleep on the floor. Huh. Let's just rest for now. Yo, dude is gonna sleep in the park. God damn, my back is killing me. I'm finally back at the camp. It was 3 days after that when I heard that Tanya was elected student council president. Me. To the grading. Why not? I'll give you extra credit for it. To the grading. Spiritual studies professor, Melina. Sure, you might not be on par with the professors on an academic level, but you can already handle high-ranking spirits without issue at such a young age. In terms of instinct, you're already a top-level elementalist, even compared to those who have graduated already. Still, why me? There will be another joint combat training soon as well, so I want you to hold your head high in front of the younger students. I don't really care about that though. I don't need you to be intimidating or anything, but you are the top student of your year and the most talented elementalist at the academy. But these days, you keep smiling from ear to ear during class and looking far too distracted. I understand that you're dating Ed, but you're making it look like it's one-sided. It's to the point where it makes me worry about your sanity. Pardon? Yo, she's like, I'm not dating Ed. What are you talking about? We're not dating. Ed and I are. What? Why would you say that? Are you kidding me? You two were always together, even outside of spiritual studies classes. And even went to all the student facilities and the cafeteria together. That's because I'm stalking him. I don't what you've been up to lately. What you've been up to lately. But you've been looking so elated that you would just sit in class blushing and grinning like a fool constantly. You would even giggle to yourself while just staring blankly at the chalkboard during class. You're acting like someone who just started dating her first ever boyfriend, which just makes me groan. Professor, please don't tell the other students, but I have no interest in the love lives of you teenagers. But it sounded like everyone's under the same impression. that you and Ed are dating. Oh, we're not dating. And she's like, and if you're not, it's pretty fucking sad what's going on here. We're just friends. We're just friends. I tell you. The spotted region in the east takes 3 days and nights on horseback to reach from the capital. The south of this region lies the mountainous area called Pulan, a land of farming. If you go deeper into the valley of Pulan and wander around the ridge, you will reach Torin, a small farming village with a population of under 300 people. Yennecar Pale Rover, who was able to see spirits as soon as she said her first words. Damn. Was a genius who would undoubtedly open up a bright future for this small village. Hello, miss. At times, an outsider would visit the village. Yennecar especially remembered the boy who delivered the mail. That was because he was the only one who addressed Yennecar politely. The young people had all moved to larger towns, and Yennecar had spent most of her childhood as the youngest resident of the village. So she wasn't familiar with such formality. Of course, thanks to Yennecar's friendly personality. There are lots of big cities outside of Pulan, Yennecar. The mailboy also soon addressed her by her name, as everyone else did, and at the capital. So much love and adoration from the whole village, Yennecar grew up into a good-natured, kind girl, making her the pride of Pulan. Everyone loved her. Inevitably, the young man who delivered the mail, "Please be mine, please be mine," ended up falling in love with her, obviously. Yennecar had a hard time saying no to people. But she was far too young to have any interest in love or dating. I'm sorry. And so she rejected him. The young man ran away and did not return to the village for a long time. But he's the mailman. What do you mean? Yo, he just skipped the place. Yo, we don't get mail anymore because of Yennecar. God damn it. But when he did come back, he brought her something unexpected. A notice of admission from Sylvania Academy. And goodbye, miss. A polite form of address. That she has spent 3 years at Sylvania. Yennecar hardly remembers the young man's face. But even now, she's frightened of rejection and is unaccustomed to formality. Miss Yennecar. Hello. I've stopped counting the days you've stopped by. If you have any questions to ask, applications to hand in, please just talk to me. Drixhall Administration Office. I can take a look, and if it's something we can help you with, it'll be done in no time. Oh, application for leaving Drixhall Dormitory. I don't know why you seem so hesitant, but if it's that hard of a decision, why don't you talk to some of your friends and get their advice? Maybe your boyfriend. It's not my boyfriend. There are plenty of people who would gladly help you, right? Maria, come on. There are plenty of people who would gladly help you, right? You have so many friends, Miss Yennecar. Normally, this was very true. Yennecar had plenty of people around her willing to help her. But it was hard to talk about her dilemma when all the tension was too much for her, and all she wanted to do was to run away. Even from her best friends. Really should have realized that he was alive, by the way. You were constantly grinning ear to ear. Oh yeah, here we go. I'm sorry. I wasn't able to tell anyone. Well, I'm sure your reasons, but what got you so worried now? You know how I'm really bad at saying no to people? When people ask for favors, I feel so awkward saying no. And that's why you keep acting like his housekeeper? I get that he had to be in hiding, but why would you cook for him and even do his laundry? Like, nah, that's not her problem, right? What did I ask you to do this time, huh? No, that's not it. I did all that because I wanted to. I actually have a favor to ask Ed this time. But we're so close and I feel really comfortable around him. We're such good friends and we spend so much time together. I feel like it's sometimes hard to ask people you're close to for favors. Oh? How about you create some distance then? Wouldn't that make it easier for you to ask for favors or say no to him? You two really need some time apart too, you know. Oh my god. She's evil. She like, hey, if Yennecar gets away, then I can make my move. If you spend so much time together that you start taking each other for granted, that heart-fluttering tension goes away, right? Is Yennecar actually capable of putting distance between herself and Ed? I'm giving her such terrible advice, but if they do grow apart and he's left alone, I might be able to, yeah. So, try to create some distance and make him miss you. Thank you! Huh? I just had a great idea, thanks to you. I should get going. So because of what she said, she's going back to her village. For a little vacation, huh? See you tomorrow, honeys! Oh, right. What was I thinking just now? What have I done? Playing the game, that's why. Oh shit. I've collected quite a few production formulas now. Making them all isn't physically possible. The one I'd like to have the most. 1,000-year-old wooden wand struck by lightning. Huh. It's a 1,000-year-old wooden wand struck by lightning. The formula itself is very simple, but it's still a very powerful item. Very rare. Greatly amplifies all elemental spirit resonance. Greatly amplifies the magic power efficiency of elemental magic. Makes sense, seeing that its main ingredient is very hard to come by. A branch. A branch. But not just any branch. It has to be one from a tree that's at least 1,000 years old and was struck by lightning. Okay, now. That might be a little bit harder. In the game, the player receives this ingredient as part of the reward for clearing Act 3. In reality, it's not something you can just find lying around or buy somewhere. Here you go. What? Here it is. Right there, next to the tree. Trees that are over 1,000 years old aren't common. But there is at least one in this forest. Can't just break one then? Nah. The lightning is the problem. Lightning. He's like, Lucy, can you make a lightning storm for me? Hit the tree without burning it? Hey, Lucy. Lucy. What is it, Lucy? Why are you acting like a cat? I know you're a cat, but still. What was that? It's not like this is the first time I've woken you up from a nap. I don't want. I'm sorry for scaring you like that. It's fine. You can't. You can't just talk to me. It's not urgent or anything. I'll just ask you about it later. She's about to arrive anyway. Hi, Ed. I'm gonna see like Lucy hissing. Hi, Yennecar. It's unusual for you to be late. Right, I'm 10 minutes late. Did you take a different route today? Why? Did something happen? No, there's no special reason. I'm late. I just happened to be late. Create distance. Create this. No, she's actually doing it. I get it. You're really busy. I'm very grateful that you're taking the time to help me with my resonance training regardless. Would you like some tea? Yes, thank you. But how? Do I create distance between us? How do I do it? He's so nice. Yo, like first 10 minutes? Okay, 10 minutes wasn't enough. An hour? Oh, I get it. You're busy. A day later? Oh, you couldn't come today. You should have told me, but like, it's fine. Wow, you got so good at handling the spirits. Really impressed that you improved so much over such a short period of time. I'm sure it'll take more time until you can handle Maril though. But now that your spiritual understanding of Mug is so high, it barely takes any magic to have him around, right? I think you and Mug are really compatible. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. Thank you for all the compliments. I don't know what to do with myself. I'll keep working hard. Hello. Ah, you're here to pick up Lucy. Yes, Madam Rachel, Deputy Headmaster, is in need of Lady Lucy's assistance. I was shocked to hear about your death, so seeing you alive and well is very comforting. I apologize for worrying, Miss Bell. I was forced to lay low for a while. What's up with that? Did you know? It is a virtue for a maid to always place herself below others. I see. That won't make me drop the formalities, though. I shall get going. Then, I need to do a thorough checkup of the maid's duties as well, especially about the issue of addressing the students with utmost formality. I see. I still won't stop calling you Miss Bell, though. I've never seen that expression on her. Look like there's some strange tension between Ed and Bell. Distance, tension, formality. I was also worried about you, Lady Ennicott, since you moved to Dex Hall, but I am glad to see you doing well. Right? Sharing a room with friends is quite fun, actually. In any case, I must get going. I must get ready for the inspection and make sure Lady Lucy is presentable. Please take good care of yourself. See you. I pray that your studies go smoothly. Hey, Ed. Why don't we try addressing each other more formally? That's sudden. Why? We could act like we just met instead of just being more formal, you know. Why would we do that? You are so goddamn random right now. You know, being respectful and polite without it getting awkward. What are you even talking about? Like that's I wanted to try it out with you. If she insists, I guess. Alright. It's not much longer till Dex Hall's curfew. Okay, so we can just exchange a few words before we say goodbye for the night. Good evening, Mr. Ed. I thought she was gonna say Master at first. You didn't cast time prison on me. Oh, right. But for some reason, I'm finding it hard to speak. It's as though her feelings are contagious. I honestly have no idea why she's so embarrassed. But her nervous energy is affecting me as well. 3 minutes later. So. Never mind. We've shared a few awkward silences recently, but this is so much more nerve-wracking. I've gotten so used to her that she almost felt like family, but this is really making things awkward between us. The problem is that even though she was the one to suggest it, she's floundering because she obviously didn't expect it to be like this. I really want this awkwardness to go away. I should say something. So... Oh no, look at the time! I'm about to miss the dormitory curfew. Thank you so much for today, Miss Red. See you tomorrow. So... we have to keep acting like this. We have to keep acting like this. It's like, kill me now. God damn it. I can't do this anymore. This is horrifying. So bad. So you're going to keep up your awkward game of acting formal with Ennicott? You're always watching, what do you ask? I don't have time to follow you two around to class, you know. I thought something else might have happened there. She's still the same as yesterday. Good day, miss. It feels strangely uncomfortable. Maybe all that stress she's been keeping inside is manifesting itself like this. I didn't think much of it at first, but at this point I'm starting to wonder whether something is wrong. So... Are you worried about Yennekai? I'm worried about everyone. Of course I am. Ooh. Anyway, can I break off a couple of branches from this tree? I'm trying to make a 1,000-year-old wooden wand struck by lightning. Oh, so you're making magic tools again. I thought you were thinking about Yennekai for once, but I suppose you're always too busy. But you know, you don't actually need my permission for a few branches. Isn't this your tree? They even call it the guardian tree of Merilda. Well, it's complicated. Technically, this whole forest is under my protection. All because of an old friend who gave this tree that name. Without even asking me. An old friend, huh? I guess you must have had quite a few of them over the many years you've been alive. Question number 1. He's like, never ask a woman their age. Why do spirits take on the forms of animals? I'm in the form of a human, right? And I told you that it wasn't easy to maintain. The reason spirits take on the form of animals is because they imitate what they are most familiar with, a form that is easily accessible. In other words, this human form is a mere imitation as well. Who do you think I am imitating? I don't know. Since I made a contract with you, Ed, I could read your minds. Yo, no. No. Yo, is he imitating like his bird? What? His form is the closest to your ideal type. Yeah. Wait, that's my ideal type? Why are you blushing though? This is my ideal type. That's surprising. Of course it is. Because it's a lie. Oh, yeah, makes sense. I guess. It's like, wait, this is my ideal type? I'm pretty sure I would have liked a little, you know, what? Nothing. Are you kidding me? Of course I can't read your mind. Besides, changing forms like this is very advanced magic, so not everyone can do it. I have lived for a very long time. The rise and fall of Sylvania Academy is a mere blip in my lifespan. I met this girl back when Aken Island was nothing but a deserted island. She never wore flashy clothes, and was always carefree and easygoing. This is what she looked like. Could it be? She was the most unique and special person I have ever met. The person who infused the guardian tree with her magic and made it a source of magic. Wait a second. Is she in the family of Lucy's? Acto. Someone who is capable of asking Marilla to protect this forest after founding the academy. This is something I never would have found out by playing the game. So this is how they were connected. The strongest mage and wisest scholar in history. Sylvania, the great sage. Huh. Oh. Hello. Hello, sir. I mean, Mr. Oh, no. Like, can we please stop? Just say that. Can we please stop this formality shit? It's getting tiresome and annoying, right? Would you like some of this apple, miss? Sure. For love of God, just say you're finished with it already. Your plate, please. Here you go, sir. What do I do? I wish you would decide on being formal or just drop it all together. This in-between behavior is just confusing. What's wrong, Annika? Do you feel unwell? No, I just can't seem to face you while I ask you this. Okay, so Ed, I mean, Mr. Ed, I've got a question for you. Might sound really strange. So anyway, please just hear me out before you answer. All right, sir? Well, if you can get us out of this situation, then sure. I might be in the body of a teenager, but on the inside, I am an adult. I am an adult. If she's being this hesitant, I need to stay calm and listen to what she has to say. What if I were to leave the X-Hole and come to live here with you, Ed? I have to stay calm. I am in the teenager's body, but I am an adult. What if I kill the lip? Ah, my finger! Fucking fountain of blood. You do know I have one little cabin, right? One bed. Huh? Ed, are you alright, sir? It's been over a year now since I've lived out in the wild and gone through all kinds of challenges, so I thought I would be able to handle whatever she threw at me, but at least I bought myself some time to think by slicing open my finger. Yo, did you do it on purpose? It's insane if you did. It's like, I need time to think. Ah, my finger. First of all, I'm sure you already thought about what I might say, but I do need to clarify. It seems unnecessary to say this out loud, but I think of you as a very kind, hardworking, and good person. I'm sure most people would agree with me, but what I'm getting at is that I do quite like you. But the important part is that I'm a guy. Listen, Yannicka, I don't know how you see yourself, but you're very beautiful. You can turn heads, I mean. I might be thoughtful and gentlemanly right now, but I can't guarantee what might happen if we live together under one roof. Wait. I need to take a few deep breaths. Strictly speaking, men all tend to be the same in certain ways. So as grateful as I am that you trust me, it's still... But I want to do stuff like that. I wouldn't mind if it's you, Ed. Oh. Mister? Yo! I mean, you should have known this already, Ed. Like, you have Lortel throwing herself at you, you have Yannicka throwing herself at you, you have Lucy living in your house already, which is kind of... Yannicka and I have been getting it very close to a line that shouldn't be crossed lately. Ed, now that we started being all formal, things feel unfamiliar but familiar at the same time. After the fiasco that was the student council president elections, the relaxation and sense of freedom I felt being back at the camp has lowered my defenses. So Yannicka's sudden suggestion of moving in with me was entirely unexpected. At this point, she's practically daring me to let go of my inhibitions completely. Yannicka, but have you been having a hard time lately? There's always some reason behind such unexpected situations. I need to think about what might have driven Yannicka to bring this up all of a sudden. Ed? She's like, you know me so well. You always seem to know what's going on. I guess I feel like running away. I started missing the days I spent in my own room at Offalis Hall. That's pretty silly, huh? For Yannicka, who went berserk under the weight of everyone's expectations, living in the regular dormitory of Dex Hall and sharing a room with other students can't have been easy. Everyone constantly pays attention to her, and she has to face it all with a friendly smile. She endured this for nearly a year. Your camp is kind of like an escape for me, you know. I guess that's why I wanted to come and live here. This must be really overwhelming for you to hear, Ed. I know running away won't solve anything and that it would put pressure on you, but I really wanted to at least try and ask you. Huh. It is overwhelming, to be honest. Right? But why not? Yannicka, it really doesn't matter how I feel about this, does it? Huh? In life, you end up putting pressure on others and enduring it when others do it to you. And if it feels like things aren't really fair, I can just ask for something big next time. It's not like we'll never see each other again, so what's the problem here? We're going to be friends for a long time, right? Again, he's very clear on the friend part. So, living together under one roof is a bit much, but you could make you your own cabin here. Yeah. I expected Yannicka to jump around with joy like she usually does. Huh? Which was very different. Thank you. I did think about it, but like I also thought in my head, like building a cabin won't be easy. Like another one, it takes time, you know. But then again, like he has a lot of skills now, so it probably goes a lot faster. You're dropping the formalities, huh? I guess Yannicka was trying to put some distance between us, but that failed. Not that her succeeding would have changed much. She's always ready to help out anyone who asks her. Not all good acts are rewarded in this life. But if someone like her is sitting there crying, I want to comfort her. Even someone who isn't particularly close to her would find themselves lending her a shoulder. As much as I offer to build her another hut, it really isn't easy. Yes, honestly. I still have homework and want to get those wands done. So I stayed up all night thinking of how to fit everything in. Oh, you're up, Ed Taylor. Have they already build a cabin? We were just in need of your advice. We've never built a hut before. You look tired. Honestly, I am too. Whispers held a party all night long to celebrate this occasion. Anyway, about this new cabin. We've evened out the ground already and are ready to build now. We thought it would be best to build it across from your cabin. That was fast. Waking up in the morning and seeing each other first thing when you go outside would be pretty romantic, right? I mean, building it right next to the other cabin could work too. But then it might feel too crowded and they need their own privacy, so maybe not. We might as well build it as close to his as possible. We expect this to take 10 days in total, Master Takan. I, Mug, the on-location officer, will make sure everything is done in the most urgent manner possible. 10 days. Yes, that's the schedule I came up with. Considering the number of low-ranking spirits and time for rest, if everything goes smoothly, we may be able to reduce the time by... Back in my day, we would run around with our elementalists on our back for 3 days without rest, climb the snowy mountain for a week, and still be ready for combat the next day. These days there are more elementalists around and it's much easier to make contracts. So you low-ranking spirits have got it too good. You all just laze around day and think about how to goof off. At this rate, how do you ever intend to level up and become a mid-ranking spirit? What if we were to try and get everything done in a week? I shall be back later. Ed Taylor, I have some business to take care of. It'll all be finished in 5 days' time, so bear with the noise for a bit. 5 days. It took me months to build my cabin. All I can say is yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I can do this. I must get this done. I can do this. I can do this. I'm so sorry, Mug. I didn't intend for this to happen. I'm just glad that things will work out without getting much busier. Oh, he's one of the branches. That gives me enough time to make a 1,000-year-old wooden wand struck by lightning. I've been meaning to thank her for all her help. Just allowing her to set up her own cabin in my camp isn't enough. Can't you just like find a lightning spirit? Help, or get the Yannicka to find a lightning spirit for you? Shock it. I know that she has dozens of wands given to her by friends and family. And that she insists on using her simple oak wand. Anyway, so she might not even want something new. If it comes from you, she'll take it. But still. I hope Yannicka likes it. Like I said, if it's from you, she will gladly take it. Can Lucy only sleep in one place now? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh no, okay. This is partially because the spirits have been building another cabin all day long. But the thing that's really keeping her awake, Yenika. Oh, hi Lucy. Now Lucy wants her own cabin too. is that bright smile on Yenika's face? The two of them did already have a kind of showdown before. And though Yenika does not know how to be haughty or tease, she refuses to back down. I'll be living here soon. Yo. Oh. Well, I borrowed a bunch of books on elemental studies. Educational District, Eastern Square. It occurred to me that I ought to learn some new magic. Point Explosion. Point Explosion is very practical. Its firepower is on the lower end. The best way to defeat someone like you is by overwhelming them with superior firepower. Firepower, huh? Huh? Who's that? The Keeper of the Torch, Romantic, the Prophet, Adele, Cerise. Not another one. You have enough Pokemon, okay? She appears as one of Taili's allies as early as Act 1. She doesn't actually show up much in the game. She and I don't know each other either. You are as busy as always, Ed. Well, I thought we didn't know each other. Well, she knows my name. That's for sure. Huh? Which is why I didn't expect her to talk to me. Are you talking to me? Are there any other Eds around? I've heard so much about you from Taili and Ayla, though they both seem to have complicated feelings toward you. I mean, that's really none of my business. I'm curious about how Taili is doing though. According to what Siggs has told me, he seems to be getting stronger and growing up just fine. At this rate, he should be fine during the upcoming joint combat training incident. Would you like to stay and listen to a song? I'm a bard who has traveled all over the continent, you know. Though I have settled down here in Sylvania for now. No thank you, these are pretty heavy. That's a shame. Ed, if you ascend the Patriarch's throne one day, you will have to kill the person you respect the most with your own hand. The person I respect the most. Just remember that you will be the one who ends up dead if you hesitate in that moment. Is that a prophecy? The reason Adele is always able to keep her cool and continue to play her lute no matter what's going on around her is thanks to her ability to see the future. But her prophecies don't always come true, so I guess it's best not to worry about it. The one you admire most. The reason I feel uneasy anyway is because I know what the future has in store for her. According to the storyline, Act 3, she dies. Is when Adele dies. No. I was going to make 2,000-year-old wooden wands struck by lightning, so that Yennekai and I could each have one. Matching. I asked Lucy to provide the lightning, but I'm only going to help with one. You can just use one spell for both of them, can't you? Huh, then I guess I'll just make one and give it to Yennekai. Would be a nice wand, so should go to the person who can make better use of it. Fine, I'll do it. I'll help with both. Oh? But I have one condition. It's nothing big. Just a head pad. A condition. Come with me for a bit. Come with me. Yo. Glock the Dark Mage. He was recognized for his research in elemental studies. monster ecology, herbology, magic application studies, resonance principles, spiritual studies, and so on. But on top of all that, he also managed to defeat ultimate fire spirit, Thorpis, ultimate water spirit, Fried. Two ultimate spirits simultaneously, at the same time, holy shit. After he retired, he devoted his time to nurturing the next generation of mages, and invested all of his assets in education and academic research funds. They say that he barely used any of his money on himself. If Sylvania founded the academy, it was a Glock who developed it into the world's greatest educational institution. Like, why are they holding hands? That's like a weird way to hold hands. After dedicating his entire wealth to the academy, Glock then lived in seclusion in the Lamelin mountain range to the northwest. Isn't that the guy Yennecut is dating? He then met a child who was abandoned in Abbey there. Oh my god, isn't that the guy Yennecut is dating? Why is he holding hands with Lucy? Oh my god, he a two-timer? How many different voices can he do? I don't know. I don't really do different voices, it's just like a different pitch to the voice, I would say. That's Lucy, isn't it? Not the best daddy. That child was Lucy. To Glock's surprise, Lucy's talent for magic was far greater than he could have ever imagined. She was like a diamond in the rough. The Archmage's twilight years were spent polishing this diamond. Though his life was a grand adventure that could be compiled into an epic story, Glock's last few years were ultimately unremarkable. The wife he met in his youth lost her life during the battle against Thorpis, and his companions all passed away before him as well. Before he knew it, those left around him were either those who revered him or eager to exploit his fame, which was most likely why he decided to build a cabin in the mountains and seclude himself there. He did count himself fortunate, however, because he had a pupil who could succeed him. One rainy day, inside the shabby cabin, Glock celebrated that fact as he breathed his last breath. As he took his last breath, God. And so the Archmage's journey came to an end, which was the start of mine. That's over now, though. It's over? Do you know where the old man was from? In history class, we learned that Glock was from the lawless region of Colton. Is that right? No, the history books are wrong about that. That's just where he spent his childhood. What? His real home is here, Achen Island. I don't understand why he was so cheerful when he spoke of it, but he would always ramble on about the time he spent here, and worried about this academy even in his final moments. He was such an old fool. In his heart, Achen Island was his real home. So really, I had no choice. Lucy then told me about the journey she was forced to set out on. At the time, all that was left for the young Lucy was a shabby old cabin and the cold corpse of an old man. Damn. She covered his body in a blanket, then tied it up with leather straps before freezing it with ice magic. Most mages would have a hard time sustaining such ice magic for more than an hour. But Lucy had no problem with it, even at that age. Her story sent shivers down my spine. This Glock's cabin was located in the Lamelin mountain range at the northwest end of the continent. She simply started walking south, past the great forest of Urekle, and the Great Lakes of Ica. Correct. The land of alchemy. Across the Malin Plains, through Carpia, the capital, and the Denkin wetlands. Until she reached the border of the Kroll Empire. She then had to travel through the Teldenil territory, along the river past the commercial city of Oldek, and through the territories of Countess Aulin, Baron Islan, Viscount Sale, Duke Rotstaylor, Marquis Feather, and Countess Tess. Lucy then crossed the Senate mountain range, forded the Dress River, went past the territory of Margrave Sahul down to the southwest, through the great forest of Kranfall, and finally concluded her long journey across most of the continent. When she reached Mex's bridge, which leads to Achen Island. Ah, that's why she took him there, to bury him there, okay. All that time she sustained the ice magic to preserve her master's body, and several spells to keep her going. Damn. It took 3 months because I got a little bit lost. It took me another week to find that. This is the cabin? No. According to the old man's records, this is where he and the great sage taught each other and trained together. This is where my journey ended. Oh, it's his staff. Oops. And where you buried him. Introduction to Celestial Magic, written by Glocht. Elderwy. You want me to read those? What's this? The exploration record of the South, written by Glocht, based on his experience of magic in the southern continent. Damn. Went for at least 7,000 gold. Considering that this was one of the most expensive tomes in history. His final work on celestial magic of all things. Must be worth so much more. I can't even fathom how much. You can take it. I already know it all, so I don't need it. Huh? I remember everything the old man said and wrote. I haven't even lived through half my lifetime. I might embark on a new journey at some point. Or I'll just keep living like this without change and die eventually. But for now, what, do you want to help him? I intend to keep the promise I made to the old man. I told him that I would protect Sylvania Academy from a great threat at least once. It's not a very happy story, and I'm sure it's not fun to listen to. And coming to a place like this is a real hassle, but it's just that I really wanted, what, you see it? To show it to you. We're traveling all the way to Achen Island to lay her master to rest. Her first journey came to a close. But Lucy hasn't been able to escape her master's shadow just yet. And so she just keeps waiting, at times with excitement, at times with dread, until the threat that will one day loom over Sylvania finally arrives. No wonder she's always so idle. But once this fated ordeal passes by, she should be able to embark on a new journey, solely for herself. And since I knew that this point in time wasn't too far off, I decided to be lazy with Lucy for the day. Thanks to the gentle splashing of the waves and the cool breeze of late spring. Didn't get too warm or cold, even as we just sat there for a long time. He just reminds her of the old May. I was glad to be there. Dun, 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 dun. Wow. I didn't think you'd be able to build it so quickly. Hi, Mug, your faithful servant. You guys, I told you not to work too hard. Fucking dead. But Master Tarkon said. Never mind, we can rest easy now. Please enjoy your life at the camp. That's all we want. It's enough for us. Thank you all, thank you so much. You're just getting unsummoned, but it feels a little weird. Well, thank you. Died of exhaustion. Living together. Living together. We'll be living together. Yo, why did you write that in the... Ed? That's not Ed. Yeah. Living together. Wait, he lives with Lucy? Yo, so I'm not allowed to live in his cabin, but Lucy is? Lucy's like a cat, he's fine. Yo! Lucy's just like, yeah, I'll lead. Yo, she even like took her hair, like, yeah. You know, sleeping together, living together. Oh, nah. Beginner Celestial Magic, a new entry has been unlocked. Celestial Magic. Manifestation level 1 property transformation. Death immunity. Death immunity? Time prison. Short distance. Spatial movement. Force collection. Expression of visual hallucinations. That's all. Yo, if you can learn these things, so OP. Another bust, huh? I can tell that it's hard to handle just by looking at it. Can you even tell how the magic flow works? Well, I guess I just have to keep practicing. When it comes to celestial magic, it's important to understand the principles. Magic is a discipline that combines theory and sense, after all. You'll get a feel for it if you keep practicing. Or you're just a genius who just does this without even thinking about it. Ooh, you must have practiced a lot as well. No. Yeah, a couple times. Yeah, a couple times. I guess a genius like you doesn't need much practice. The thing that there would be something like Glock's introduction, celestial magic. As far as I know, it's not a type of magic you can even learn in the game. Celestial magic can control time, space, and even minds, so it's incredibly powerful. But because it involves bending or twisting so many natural laws, it's also the most difficult kind of magic and has barely been researched. Aside from its risks, it's also too difficult to comprehend. Lucy acquired it by pure instinct, so she's no good at teaching anyone. It would have been great if Professor Glock was still with us. That's right. If he were alive. Huh. Another woman. I understand that you have great ambitions as a male. What? Yo, it stings. But don't you have enough women already, Ed? It's like, but at this rate you'll truly unleash hell. What hell? Huh? Hey. I was just getting to the good part. Oh, that was another woman he was talking about. I was like, oh shit, he's talking about Lucy. Nah, he already knew about Lucy. He was talking about Marilda. Oh, that was just a spirit from before. I'm sorry for jumping to conclusions. I mean, I get you. There's like so many. What brings you here? Hey, can't really blame me though. I just got that unknowing risk, okay? I brought you old magic tomes that need to be discarded just like you asked. Please thank Elka for me. I really need to get back to the basics, but it's such a chore to borrow the same books over and over again. Thanks for bringing them all the way here. They look heavy. I really need to give you something in return. It's alright, but if you insist, how about work for the student council with me? I really don't deserve it, but after what happened, Tanya. I mean, the student council president seems to trust me a lot. Seems like she wants more people she can trust at her side, so I thought I'd ask you whether you want to work with us. Can she really just pick at random like that? I'm sure it's not random. Sylvania Academy has never had a first-year student council president, so we plan to make this the best student council in history. There's the young lady from House Kurel, a third year, and Dyke, the top student of fourth year class, who've already joined. The student council president intends to add Joseph, the top first year magic student, Anise, the third year who's famous for being an experienced teacher's assistant, Dorothy, the top fourth year alchemy student. And you, Ed. She wants the most talented and trustworthy people working with her, but you're going to refuse, aren't you? What about magic engineering, elementalism, physical training, camp life, and being a scholarship student? And learning magic on top of all that? I suppose you wouldn't have the time. New cabin. I expected as much, but I'm sure the student council president will be disappointed. You expected as much, huh? After I helped Tanya and the storyline enter the unknown territory, expectations of what will happen seem meaningless. The fact that Siggs is joining the student council is surprising in itself, and the list he just told me is just as unexpected. Timing wise, there should be a joint combat training soon. Celine is failed swordmaster. Biggest event right before the final battle of Act 3, the Lucy subjugation chapter. This event repeats the joint combat training from the previous year, now with the protagonist and his friends and second years. And normally would lead to Claude, the top first year alchemy student, losing in the final round and ending up taking a forbidden potion called Evil God's Blood. It doesn't end well, so I remember this part clearly. But the storyline has now changed, so I have no way of knowing whether it will continue to follow the plot points I remember, or completely deviate. A giant carriage that can't be moved unless several men spend all night casting a lightning spell on it. The escorting soldiers make up a small army so that the residents of the capital call it Golden, a palace on wheels. Yeah. As the resources it requires to move are so great, this palace rarely makes it far from the holy capital. Two men sit at its pinnacle. It's much farther than I thought. I'm glad we are able to come all this way to check on the saint. Archbishop Verdio. Yes, it is all thanks to you arranging for us to visit the surrounding noble territories on our way. It was the perfect route. The Holy Emperor Eldane. Sylvania is coming up, is it? I hope all the preparations are going smoothly for the Holy Emperor's visit. I'm so busy as it is, but to think that both Eldane, the Holy Emperor who rules over Carpia, the holy capital city, and Archbishop Verdio, who assists His Holiness, would visit us at the same time. The purpose of their visit is to spread the grace of Telos, the great god, and baptize. All this is just superficial. This goes over here. I'm sure their main purpose is here. It's in the visitation request. They must be worried about Saint Clarice. She's basically the heart of the religious order. Wait, there's another visitation request. The Holy Emperor wants to see a regular student. Adele. The second year, who is she again? Adele. In any case, please make sure they're able to meet with the saint. Got it. Today, the Holy Emperor will be visiting from the Holy Imperial Capital. Because of this, I have to appear before a fellow student as a saint rather than just Kylie. Miss Bell, The joint combat training is taking place today, isn't it? Yes, I suppose it overlaps with the Holy Emperor's visit. I was really looking forward to seeing the different years come together. What a shame. I don't want to return to the Holy Capital. My life here as a student is like a dream come true, and I still haven't met the person I've been meaning to. The keeper of the torch who always told me about the outside world. Adele, the bard. I'd often take walks around the places on campus where the second years are most likely to be, but Adele is always on the move. So it seems that even at the academy it's difficult to find her. I really want to see her. I want to tell her about taking an entrance test with my friend and making it through a snowstorm at night to reach a certain cabin. I was always the one listening to her stories. But I finally have some of my own to tell her. I don't want to tell the Archbishop everything I've experienced. How the top student destroyed part of the dormitory. How a fallen noble was involved in a murder case, and so on. Verdio always emphasized a pure white life, so if he were to hear about all this, he'd want me to leave the academy at once. I always have a hard time turning down Verdio. But not because he's a master of mind control. Mind control seems to be a type of celestial magic, which means it doesn't work on me. It's just that he's like an old teacher I've known since I was a child, making it hard to say no to him. I don't think you have anything to be nervous about, Saint Clarice. Oh, was it that obvious? Then again, it should be fine. I promise that if someone were to find out my identity, I would give up on life as an ordinary student. As long as no one... Wait. Edward's Taylor. He didn't seem like the type to blab, sure. But what if Verdio were to meet Edward's Taylor? St. Clarice, what if you were to find out through his mind control powers that Edward's Taylor knows who I really am? Would you like a cup of tea, maybe? You know, I have to do something about this. No, you don't. No, it's fine. But I do have one favor to ask. Please help me get ready to go somewhere. You don't have much time, St. Clarice. May I ask where you wish to go? The forest. Ed. Ed. No! Is this like just the way the maid sees it because she's like, oh, a woman is just fucking obsessed with Ed? Or is this her actual look when she says it? Like, what the hell? I feel like I'll be able to calm down if I meet him. I want to meet him right now, as soon as possible. Pardon? For some reason. Yo, she's like, everyone, every goddamn girl. Are you sure? Belle felt like letting the Saint and Ed meet would be a terrible idea. I mean, everyone knows that's a terrible idea. It's just obvious at this point. Join combat training bracket. No one wanted to challenge me for the join combat training. Just my dog. Hello. Did you feel lonely? Huh? Did you feel lonely? Oh well. Don't you have anyone you might like to challenge yourself? Well, I mean, I wouldn't... Well, I mean, wouldn't that make me look a little cocky? The second joint combat training arc has begun. Just like last year, it's a test in which students compete against each other and are graded based on their performance. And once again, lower years will compete against higher years. But unlike last year, I'll see you at the arena. The rules have changed to allow students to send each other challenges and select their opponents. I managed to ensure that no first year made it into Class A, just like the game storyline. Because of this, the first years are burning with the need to prove themselves by beating the second years. And since Taylor and his friends are all very impressive students, the first and second year fights will be very interesting to watch. But no one is really interested in the third and fourth year fights. What should we eat for dinner tonight? I bought some of the leftover meat from the L'Oreal Hall cafeteria, so we could grill that up with some salt. That's most likely because there aren't any standout students in our year besides Yenneker. Is that true? Hey, I'm a standout. What are you talking about? I'm a standout. In fact, during the joint combat training last year, no one won against the first years aside from Yenneker defeating Lortel. In other words, the fourth years would be able to beat pretty much whoever they challenge among the third years. But of course, they don't call out anyone who's actually strong. You've been reading that book Lucy gave you an awful lot, Dad. It's pretty important, so I think I'll only be reading this for a while. Seeing that both Yenneker and I haven't received any challenges, it seems that I've been labeled as a strong opponent as well. I see. We could send out challenges ourselves, of course, but Yenneker seems to be having a hard time with that due to her personality. And I've been trying. Please make way! Make way for the saint! What? To surreptitiously find out just how much the storyline has changed. The hell? What's going on here? Son of a bitch. The fact that Clarice is here right now is already out of the ordinary. Wow, it's the saint. The Holy Emperor's visit coincides with the joint combat training, so she wouldn't be participating in that. Why is she here? Did the Holy Emperor's visit get postponed? What could have caused that? What's changed things this time? Yeah. Oh, I wonder what has changed. Huh? I was going to send you a message, but I came in person because I wished to meet you quickly. Do we know each other? Huh? Hello, Ed. I don't have much time, unfortunately, but I thought it would be nice to talk to you, even briefly. Yo, did Yenneker just like remove herself from the table? It is an honor, Saint. My name is Yenneker Pale Rover, Saint. It's such an honor to meet you up close. She might have grown up in the countryside, but at least a third of the whole empire follows the Telos religious group. Ed, what do I do? Just sit there. I guess this is normal behavior at meeting the Saints. Seeing her in person does make it hard to believe that she and Kylie Eckner are one and the same. Thanks to many years of training, she seems totally composed and flawlessly elegant. I heard that the Holy Emperor and the Archbishop are visiting soon. Is that alright for you to be here? His Holiness will be visiting Trix Hall, so I'm lucky to have found you on the way. I was hoping you might be here, Ed, since the joint combat training bracket just got posted. So she came here just to see me. But why? The Holy Emperor is very sharp and wise himself, but Archbishop Verdio, who will be joining him, is so insightful. He can read minds! Would you believe it? Some even say he might be able to read minds. Father Verdio's ability to read people's thoughts is truly amazing. Must be some kind of celestial magic. Don't you agree? In any case, the Archbishop is somehow able to see through any lies or deception and read the truth inside your heart. I see. Verdio mind reading, the ability to see the truth. Oh, I see. The reason Clarice came here to have this awkward conversation is to let me know that Archbishop Verdio can read minds. Because she's worried that he might find out that I know about her secret identity. I had no idea. Archbishop Verdio really is amazing. Of course, a ruined noble like me, who is now no better than a commoner, would most likely never meet someone like him in person. Do you think so? Yes, I'm busy enough with the joint combat training. And will definitely not be seeing Father Verdio in person. Definitely not, you say. Pardon me, Saint. Does this mean you came all the way here just to see Ed? Oh, I suppose so. God damn it. Yo, Yennecar about to throw hands. While you're nervous about meeting with the Holy Emperor, you decided to get in a carriage just to meet Ed. She wanted to like rip out that hair. I mean, I'm just a regular person, so I also get nervous. So, in situations like that, there are people you think of, right? A meeting with those people could help with the nerves. Oh, yo, you're just making it worse now. You're just making it worse. You're just digging your grave deeper. I'm just trying to say, since I was getting nervous, I just wanted to see him because that's the kind of person he is to me. Whoa, Ed is just like, okay, now you're gonna get me killed. Oh no, look at the time. The Holy Emperor will arrive any minute now. I have to go. Holy Saint, you can't. Yo, everyone's just gonna look at Ed. Ed, what did you do? I don't fucking know what I did. I didn't do anything. God damn. Even the comedy with how it just like freaking disappears. Well, that was weird. How about we get back to the normal conversation we were having? What? How do you know the Saint? I don't know. I mean, you knew it would happen. Yeah. We just pretend that didn't happen. Like, can we just go back to the normal conversation we were having? Both Kylie and Clarice really make me nervous. So, you didn't send out a challenge either, huh? Ed. Yes, that's your name, isn't it? Turns out you're well known as a pretty strong student among the third years. Well, that doesn't say much since those third-year brats are all weak. What was it? Yo, he doesn't even care about you. He's just like, what was it? What did I do wrong? He's not even listening to this fight. You'll have to prepare yourself. You aren't allowed to use sharp weapons or intermediate magic in the first and second year fights. But that's not the case for us. Let's clear up some things before we fight. Yo, how the fuck are you younger than me? Did you just keep on failing your class? Top 4th year combat student, Kordek. A man who does not underestimate his underclass. Oh no, he's older, okay. Then why the fuck is he allowed to use better what? I'm sure you already know, but my name is Kordek Wilder. Who? They said weapons that are too sharp or lethal aren't allowed. No? That's just a blunt weapon. Kordek. I was so nervous that I'd have to go up against that 4th year. Now then, 3rd year Ed Rods Taylor and 4th year Kordek Wilder. I mean, Ed isn't even listening. He just like, shit, what do? I have so much stuff to do. I have magic practice. I have sword practice. I need to do herbology, some alchemy. God damn it, I don't have time for this. If you're both ready, begin. Ed is still just thinking, I've been itching for a good fight. I never go easy on my opponents, even during mock battles. If you're paralyzed by fear, it's not too late to give up. blank. Explosion. Explosion! Bam. Bam. How was he so quick to react? The current 30 years were so weak just last year. Die. Just finish him. So where did this monster come from? I mean, it has just made every freaking 30 year amazing, right? Or at least some of them. That was about 5 seconds. I made sure he wouldn't get too hurt. But I feel bad if he fights some more. Oh well, not my fucking problem, is it? Thank you for the fight. Wow! Woohoo! I was too distracted after the saint's strange visit. I took Yannicka to her dueling arena because she's terrible with directions. And on the way to my fight against Kordek, I ran into someone unexpected. No. Oh my, it's nice to see you again. Oh, I thought it was going to be someone else. This isn't so bad. Unless you have another prediction. Ed. What are you doing here? This is a Glocked Hall. Second years should be in Nile Hall. Fate is quite surprising sometimes, isn't it? They say fate is as fickle as the wind, but it seems like it brings us together often. This is so uncomfortable. I'm fully aware of the fact that after this joint combat training, I should get going. Adele, Cerise will die. I mean, you can stop it though, right? Or how does she die? I don't know. Happens off screen. God damn it. In the past, I would have been trying to follow the game's storyline as closely as possible. But when I helped Tanya become student council president, I already changed things beyond repair. So, as arrogant as it might be, I always thought that I wouldn't be able to do anything to change things. But the person I let die because of this constantly remains in the back of my mind even now. And that makes it difficult to turn a blind eye to what's to come. Hey. Yes, Ed? You will die soon. I'm sure that's hard to believe. How do I persuade her? She knows. I know. What? She knows she's going to die. But how? Is she a real person possessing a game character just like me? No way. First of all, I need to find Taylor so I can figure out just how much the storyline has changed. And then I can help Adele and make sure... It's an earthquake. Shit. An earthquake right now. Shit, this must be the start of it, huh? As much as the storyline has changed, I've always been preparing for what might happen next, based on what I know. But what is happening right now is far beyond the scope of my imagination. Let alone the game's original storyline. What the fuck is going on out there? Why is that thing here now? A being known to have gone extinct even in mythology. A great catastrophe that humans could never hope to prevent. The final boss is Elena's failed swordmaster. Final boss already? Dude, we're in Act 3! What is that thing doing here? The holy blue dragon has awakened. How the fuck would that even happen? It's just like... Not fair. Not fair. Taylor, the main character of the game, manages to defeat all of the strongest first years. But after he takes down Claude, the alchemy student who goes berserk after drinking an evil god's blood, Taylor is told that Adele died. But the game doesn't go into detail how Adele died. Yeah, that's not good. Clarice, who used to act like an immature child, then loses all trust in the Telos religious order and turns into a completely different person. Players of the game gave Clarice a nickname because this change seemed so out of character. The Saint of Distrust. The religious order then sends their troops to Achen Island in order to arrest the now hostile Saint. In the end, the person taking all the soldiers on herself and losing control of her powers is Lucy. Final boss of Act 3, Awakened Lucy. This is how Act 3 is supposed to go according to the game storyline, but you don't have Lucy anymore. But since you got rid of the Lucy storyline, the Holy Blue Dragon shows up earlier, huh? But when we're done with this dragon, then we don't know what happens next, because are you like in game 2 then, or what? The boss of Act 5, who served as the finale for Sylvina's failed swordmaster, has suddenly been awakened. Wait, so we even skipped part 4? What on earth is happening? The air current has changed. Just from the dragon lifting 1 foot. It's not magic, just insignificant movement. But one single step. Shouldn't it be pretty easy to stop? Like, you still have Taylor, well, though he's not strong enough yet, but you have Lucy, which I'm pretty sure you didn't have in the original story for this part. Ugh. That was enough. To destroy half of the commercial district. I only survived because of the education district. Ugh. In other words, it was just luck. In that case, I may not be able to use any magic for years. In fact, I may never be able to use magic again. I might be risking my life by doing this. Maximum power, but I can't stop. Because if I do... Run, Marilda, run! I'll die anyway. Trixhall. You must make a run for it, Saint. I know we need to get everyone together and hurry. We have to get out of here. Please take my hand, Saint. We will escort you to the carriage out front. Damn. The hell are those? Spikes of some kind. What just happened? Those are scales. A mere shake of its body. You must go now. Please forgive me for putting a hand on you. Caused so much destruction. Horsemen, bring over the carriage. Yeah, they're dead. Saint, the carriage was already destroyed. Please take this horse. It is very well trained. It will take you across Mex's bridge and away from Achen Island. But I've never ridden a horse. All you must do is hold tight to the reins and put your arms around the horse's neck. Damn. I... Go. Take the Saint to safety. I always thought that the records of the dragon were exaggerated, like legends tend to be. I'm reminded of the description the Archbishop read to me once. The Holy Blue Dragon Wellbrock. The amount of magic in its breath is as powerful as the sun, and anyone in its path. Turn to ash is doomed. High level magic, large scale magic neutralization barrier. Is that Ed? Lucy? Oh no, of course. The principle. Damn it, even high level magic is barely enough to divert its breath. Obel Forsyth, headmaster. But like, if Obel can't do much against it, how the hell is Ed supposed to do anything even if you like ups his level? You've awoken too soon, holy blue dragon Welbrock. It's not giving me a chance to cast another spell. Shades of Providence. Ultimate telekinesis magic. One day when something the Academy can't handle threatens to destroy it. Huh. Old man. Would you lend it your power, Lucy? This is beyond my wildest expectations. Oh shit. Is it too strong for you, Lucy? Whoa. Thank you for buying me some time, Lucy. Ultimate defensive magic. Defensive? How is defensive magic gonna beat the dragon? Shield of the creator. God. Ah. To hurry and get to Max's bridge to leave the island. But I can't move. I need to get away from here. No. What am I supposed to do? You're safe, Saint. Ed? Of course my dude gonna show up with like lightning hands. I'm glad you're here. Are you hurt at all? Or Ed? No. How did you know I was here? You were scheduled to meet the Archbishop and the Holy Emperor, so I thought you might be a trickthole. I got on a horse to head to Max's bridge. The bridge is full of people trying to get out, so you won't make it. Even if you were to leave the island now, you won't be able to get away from that dragon's attack range in time. You'll be killed. Hold on tight. We can't fight it with mere human strength. Even Lucy and Obel are barely able to keep it at bay. According to the game. Only Taylor, who has powered up enough and mastered the final Swordmaster skill, is able to defeat that dragon. What do I do now? Give up? Yeah, not really a chance for that. Let's go, Marilda. No, snap out of it. The storyline has been changed. For now, I need to hurry and find out what caused this huge change. That could give me a clue as to how to seal the Holy Blue Dragon once more. At first I thought this was my fault again. Because I was behind all the deviations to the storyline that happened so far. And it's one thing for a butterfly's wings to cause a hurricane, sure, but to destroy the world, that's just absurd. Why would this incident, which is supposed to happen at the end of Act 5, suddenly start in Act 3? Do we have another player in the game? As first I need to find out who revived the Holy Blue Dragon. Do you think it's her? I'll go down the line of possible suspects who play large roles in Act 3. I mean, the most obvious choice at the moment is obviously her. Lucy is currently fighting against the Holy Blue Dragon. And Clarice seems clueless about what is happening. This way, everyone. Taylor, the main character, is an exception. He must be busting his backside, trying to save people right now. Then, is there someone else who has been tampering with the storyline? Don't tell me. Yeah, she was supposed to die, right? Nile Hall. Run for it. La 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 la. 1 PM at the Nile Hall training room. Adele, Cerise, Clarice. Please be on standby until your next matchup is assigned. The battle scheduled for 1 PM in the 3rd training room has been cancelled due to the Saints' sudden change in schedule. What a shame. I thought we would have run into each other by now. But I'm sure the wind will blow in our direction once more. As always. You're a player, huh? Well, I feel that's a pretty good cliffhanger. So yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. Put all notifications on, and if that doesn't even work, you can join Patreon. No, wait, nah. You can push the link in the description for Discord to get notified there. But yeah, of course, there's always extra content on Patreon and new to members as well. So yeah, for today, we are ending the Extras Academy Survival Guide on episode 70. See you guys next time. Bye bye.